But postponing is not something Bhagwan knows, something he accepts. If he wants something, he wants it yesterday. Even if he tells me he wants it today, or he tells me, you get this, Sheela, but it was actually, I should have gotten it yesterday. I was put in a dilemma. All he said, you know what I want. He didn't say, choose me, choose. He said, you know what I want. Burden is on me again. Choice was clear. I couldn't offer it. My heart said, I cannot cut the basic existence of sannyasins. This is their home. They work hard, not for few tin cans and few stones. I will not take their food away. I could not do it. It was a clear choice. What happened? The result of it. Now, Bhagwan, if he wants it, he has to raise money quickly so that his desire is fulfilled. How can he raise the money? So, first he throws a tantrum like a little child to put more pressure on me. He calls me together with Lao-Tzu house people, Savita, Vidya, few of my immediate helpers, and he says, it is too difficult for me to remain in this body now. I must go. I call you now to say last few words. I, Savita, Vidya, we have heard these words 1,000 times before. Before, it used to make me cry when he used to say things like that. I didn't like it, I would cry. Now it's like water over the stone, doesn't affect me. I sat through it, utterly bored, utterly disgusted. He said, I want you to call a meeting of people in my living room. I said, okay. Tell me, who do you want to see? He gave me a list of 40 or 30 people, whoever can fit into this. I saw the names. I instantly knew what was going to happen. In these names, there were few people who had following of their own, like Tirtha. In this list of people, there were people who were loaded with money, who can, in a clap of a finger, produce few million. In this group of people, there were few of us who worked very hard, but there were very few. The meeting started. Bhagwan came very somber looking, very serious, sat on his chair. I sat next to him the way I always sat, because he wanted me to take notes or something. I was there available. He began. He said, I'm going to leave my body now, and I have called this meeting to create an inner circle of people who will rule the commune after my departure. It was enough for me at that point. I actually wanted to get up and leave. But it would be too rude to a boss from a secretary to walk up and leave. I wouldn't humiliate him like that. I sat through it, I fell asleep, because that was my only escape from such nuisance. He, in this meeting, declared 21 enlightened people. These are your 21 enlightened people, the inner circle. Then, in the same meeting, he condemns me, he condemns Savita, he condemns people who only are afraid of the politics and the power and this and that. No worries, we are not affected. We know what we are doing. Our job is to protect him. Yet, at the same time, he clearly says in this meeting, but I understand problem of Sheela and Savita. They have to protect me and my commune. He says it, but how many people hear this? These people who he declared enlightened, when they left Bhagwan's room, Bhagwan's living room, they had a different walk. They had wings now. They were all very bright-eyed, very happy. Their egos were satisfied. Now, Bhagwan has declared them, confirmed them enlightened people. You should have seen it. Next morning, the gossip that was coming to Jesus Grove of all these enlightened people, and how all the sannyasins were in the morning touching these people's feet and taking their blessings. I and Savita and Vidya, we look at each other and roll our eyes. It was like we were speechless. We were speechless. It was like, what? What? Then I go back. Now I have some ammunition against Bhagwan too. After the satsang, I go back to Bhagwan's room. I drive him, right? Drive him home. On the way, he himself saw one of his enlightened one being touched on the road. Somebody was touching this enlightened one's feet. He very sternly asked me, who is this? Why is he touching his feet? I didn't have to say any more. I got my opportunity. I said, well, you declared them enlightened yesterday. It's going on the whole night now. The whole night there has been party in each of these enlightened ones' trailers, the houses. And there was a lot of champagne popping. We had a good business last night. In the bar, I told him. People were celebrating because they said, what stupidity is that? Sheela, you come with me. I want to talk to you. Okay. I followed him to his room. I told him, you created it. He says, but don't these people have any understanding? Don't they see anything? They're not my people. They're your people, Bhagwan. These are your enlightened people. If I was declared enlightened, I would have kicked everybody out and said, go, get out of here. Let me go to sleep. Don't bug me. This is exactly what these people wanted. And this is what Bhagwan gave. Next day, some of the enlightened ones arranged some money for some of the Rolls Royces. But this didn't agree with me. felt not right. It didn't feel nice. It felt like exploitation.